Welcome to Habitly Courses, a production of Manage to Win. Each course is divided into multiple lessons for easy viewing. All are now completely free, so you can watch them on your own or work through them as a team. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and share your favorite lessons with others. Try to find something that helps you be your best.
Hello, this is David Russell. We are back to do lesson 7, the final lesson that has an exam for becoming a behavioral expert. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 8 slides that summarize a high D, a low D, a high I, a low I, a high S, a low S, and a high C, and a low C. I'm going to just walk you through them. Easy to study for the exam. So the motivation of a high D is to achieve results or make money. Their primary strength is a problem solver. They act with a sense of urgency. They drive things to completion. Their weakness is details, or can be anger or impatience. Their fear is a lack of control or missed opportunities. That contributes to the sense of urgency. Their struggle is maybe taking shortcuts, may not listen too well, consistency because they struggle with process and detail. Relationally, they're very direct, which means at times if they're not careful, they can lack tact and diplomacy. What they need is they need challenging work and they like authority. These are competitors. They want to make things happen. Okay. And there's no right or wrong. I'm not saying one behavioral style is better than another. People are just different. Now, the low D, the motivation is avoiding conflict. The strength is they're calculating, they're conservative. Their weakness is they can be hesitant or slower to act, so they work better as far as achieving results on a team. Their fear is disagreement. Their struggle is productivity. Relationally, they're indirect, but they are cooperative. And their needs are clear objectives and accountability. The high I, influencing, the motivation there is interacting with other people. Remember, this is an extrovert. The strength is they can be very verbally persuasive and they understand big ideas. Their weakness is they can be impulsive and too trusting. The fear is limited interaction with others. They really get energy from being with other people. The struggle is details, and they can be a situational listener. They can listen for a little bit and then drift off. The mind's going off somewhere else type of thing. Relationally, they're optimistic and trusting. Their needs are to focus. What is truly most important, and they need help with the details. Now, the flip side, the low I, the introvert, their motivation is prove it to me. Their strength is they're logical, they're factual, they're calculating. Their weakness is they can be suspicious, skeptical, or moody. The fear is they don't want to be taken advantage of. The struggle is if they have to interact too much with people. Relationally, they tend to be pessimistic and distrusting, although quiet or introverted. I'm not saying they're mean people, nice people most of the time. But it's just, they're quieter. And their needs are they need time to trust you and they want to feel valued. They're not going to speak up about that, but they want to feel valued. Now, the high S, the motivation here is to trust and be trusted, and they want to avoid risk. High motivation to avoid risk. They want security. The strength is they're a good listener and they're loyal. Their weakness is they've never met a deadline that they like. So there's a lack of initiative, and deadlines are a struggle. The fear is they don't want to make mistakes or incur risk in any way. They want safety and security boundaries. The struggle is they can hold grudges and resist change. Relationally, they hide their emotions, although they're just as emotional as the rest of us. And they're patient and they're empathetic with other people. Their needs are they want data and time to make decisions. You just have to work with them to choose a time frame. Now, the flip side, the low I, the motivation is, hey, let's do something. Something's better than nothing. Their strength is they can delegate and they're open to new methods, but their weakness is they can be impatient, impulsive, and too comfortable with risk. The fear is missing an opportunity. The struggle is following process. Relationally, they can be emotional or expressive. And what they need is variety and support with the details. Let's move on to C, compliance, okay? The motivation here is high standards and doing things right. They are analyticals. Their strength is accuracy. Their weakness is sometimes they don't delegate because they feel they can just do it better themselves. And they can struggle with a deadline, although they're task-oriented and they want to do things right. They want to take the time to do it right. Their fear is mistakes or any type of risk, so they can struggle with analysis paralysis. Relationally, they will directly question and clarify things to get a better understanding, and they need a lot of data and time to decide. And last but not least, the low C. Their motivation is, let's take action. Their strength is they're self-willed and they're independent. But the weakness is they're poor with details and very comfortable with risk. They have a fear that they can't do it this way and or advance. Their struggle is with details and consistency. Relationally, they're opinionated and can break rules. They need respect, but they also need boundaries and they need support. So you can study these to get a good idea. There will be questions about each of these on the exam for Lesson 7. Consider these 5 questions. Is there something you can learn about yourself or someone with whom you work that you can apply to improve a relationship or improve communication? This is the conclusion of Lesson 7. There's still the concluding thoughts, but I hope you've enjoyed this. A lot of information on how to work more effectively with others based on understanding your own behavioral strengths and those of others. That's all for now.